Now that you have learned some basics of Excel, you know how to go ahead and format Excel documents, making things look nice. You've learned some formulas to do some simple math calculations to make life easier on yourself. And we're going to now look at graphs inside of Excel. So lesson 3 is graphs. So go ahead into modules and find Excel lesson 3. When I come into lesson 3, we're going to see that our objective is to be able to make spreadsheet charts. And in order to do so, you're going to know that you're going to need to have the following files. First, there's the instructions, and then there's the actual assignment. So there's only 2 downloads for this assignment, but there's quite a bit within these 2 downloads. So go ahead and click on the first one, which is number 1, the instructions. And when you open up the instructions, you're going to notice that there's quite a bit of instructions. Just waiting for mine to open right here. I'm also going to go ahead and click on the actual assignment, which is an Excel document, so I can get that one going. So first, let's take a look at the instructions. I'm going to pull my instructions over so we can see what we're going to be doing for today's assignment. In Excel lesson 3, you're going to learn how to do a few different type of charts. A pie chart, which looks like this. A bar chart, and bar charts look like this. Line charts look like this. And column charts look like this. So inside the instructions, you'll have to do, I'll show you how to do one of each, and then you'll have to do pie chart number 2, in other words, a pie chart on your own, a line chart on your own, and a bar chart on your own as well without any video instruction. So as we get started, the first thing I need to do is open up into Canvas number 2, which I have opened up number 2. So I got that ready to go. And from there, I'm going to start on the pie chart. So when I open up Excel lesson 2, you're going to notice we have on the bottom quite a few charts. So you have the pie chart, bar chart, line chart, column chart. These 4 I'll be doing with you. The next 3, though, you'll have to do on your own. So as we get started, I'm going to start with the pie chart, and then I'll be starting on the instructions with number 2 to get going. So what's nice about the instructions, it does have a lot of visuals to show you what you'll be doing. So in other words, when you have to do this on your own without any video help, you have these to refer to, these nice instructions that show what it looks like when it's finished. Alrighty, number 1, let's get started on our first chart. So the instruction says that I need to complete the following in the spreadsheet by doing a merge and center from. So these are things we know how to do. A1 to F1, we know how to merge and center. So I'm just doing things we know how to do, building upon, we're using a lot what we learned, and we're just going to build upon that and add a little more in. So now we're going to merge and center A1 to F2, A3 to F3, merge and center. I'm going to add titles. So to add titles to all of these, I highlight them all. I'm going to find my cell styles. I'm going to give them a title style because these are all titles, so then I call them title. I'm going to change now the font size of A1, so A1, and it says A1 through 24 and A2 to 20. And we're going to change the font size of all of these to, what's it say here, 24. So I'm going to change A1 to 24. There we go. Then I'm going to change A2 to 20. So I'm just giving my titles a little larger font size to make them stand out. Alright, I need to add a fill color and font color of my choosing. So, remember, we're dealing with these titles up here. That's what it's referring to on the instructions. So I'm going to add a fill color and font color of my choosing. So I'm going to first start over here. Let's see what type of font color I like. I'm going to do it like the example. I'm going to go backwards. I'm going to do like a light color, and then I'm going to do a dark background of my liking. So I'll go something like that. There we go. Perfect. Alright, next step. I need to apply heading style 2 to cells A5 to F5. So A5 to F5, highlight those. Heading style 2. Perfect. We're zooming. Center the column headings horizontally. So these are my column headings that I already have highlighted. I'm going to center them horizontally, and I'm good to go. All right, now we're going to do some calculations, which we've done before. So I'm going to calculate the tax. So right here is where I'm going to be calculating. I need to calculate the tax. And then to do so, the instructions tell me my actual calculation. So I will be doing equals, which says, all right, I'm going to do a formula. Here we go. And I'm going to take cells and I'll multiply cells. So be watching up here in my formula bar. I'm taking my cells. I clicked on D6. I'm multiplying that by 0.07, which in other words is 7%. And then from there, I'm going to hit enter. All right. Now that I have my cells tax, so my beauty aids cost me that much. I made that much in cells, but I have to lose on sales tax. So I'm going to grab my fill handle, and I'm going to make sure I calculate all my taxes right there. Perfect. All right, our next thing is I need to calculate my profit now. So to calculate my profit, I'm going to go equals, and it's basically going to be my sales, which is right here in D6, minus how much it cost me to buy the products. So sales minus cost. And then I go ahead and hit enter, and that's my profit. So I spent that much to get all the beauty aids. I sold them for that much, and that's all I got out of it. And then they also had to pay tax, which I don't get. So now that I've figured out my profit, I'm going to grab the fill handle and drag it down. And we can see how much money I'm making. And to be honest, I'm not making that much money. This pharmacy needs to find a better way to make some money. We are not making that much money. But anyways, that's besides the point. We're not talking about the business decision of this company right now. We're just talking, if I was Family Pharmacy, how would I do my daily sales report? So I'm going to use now the auto sum button to calculate the totals for each field. So we're going to start right here in the totals row, which is cell C14. I got to do the cost, so I click on my auto sum. It said, do you want to sum all of these to these? Yes, I do. Hit enter. Perfect. I grab my fill handle and I drag, and I got all my totals just like that. Now, the only other thing I see that I'm missing that I don't see in the instructions that I'll have to add in there for you is, these don't look like an accounting style, so it doesn't look like it's money. So let's go ahead and click on the money button, and now we're good to go. Before I move on, I want to save my progress. We haven't saved anything yet, so I'm going to go File, Save As, Browse. I don't want to lose anything I've done. Go and find my M drive, my Business Office Specialist, my spreadsheet. So now I'm going to make a folder, new folder, Excel Lesson 3. Perfect. Go into Excel Lesson 3, and I'm going to save it just as the name it gave me. I'll get rid of copy of, though. I'll get rid of that part, and it'll be number 2, Excel Lesson 3 charts. Save. Okay, great. Now I'm ready to move on to the next step. I'm going to actually make a chart demonstrating this data, because I can look at it and analyze the numbers, but let's make it easy to analyze with a visual, which will be a chart. So the first thing I need to do is I need to create a pie chart for department and cost. So we have department and cost right here. To do so, I'm going to select my cells from B5 all the way down to C12. Then I'm going to come over here to the Insert ribbon. Inside the Insert ribbon, I'm going to find the Charts section, and then I'm going to find my pie chart. So I'm going to click on Pie, and I'm going to go with this 2D pie for now. So now I got my pie chart in here. I'm going to add a chart design. So you can choose the design you want. I'm going to go with this one. If you wanted to change it, though, you could come over here and you have these buttons. So this one is chart elements, this one's styles, and this one's the filter. So let's check styles out. And I could say, oh, I don't like that style. I want to go more of a different style that I think looks better. So I'm going to go with that style. You can choose the style. It's up to you what you choose. I don't care. All right. Now we have that style chosen. I am going to, don't want to undo it. As you see, I could undo the chart, so I'm going to Control Z, undo, and put that back. I'm going to move this over here. So now it says the instructions, create a pie chart for department and sales. So we have department and cost. Now I got to do department and sales. So to do so, I need to highlight all of department. Then I hold down the control button on my keyboard, and then I highlight cells. and then I'm going through the exact same process. I come over to Insert, I grab a chart I like, and this time we'll do a donut chart. And then inside I can come and choose a different chart styles by using the paintbrush, and I can find a chart style that's more appealing to me. Like, we'll go with that one for now. Alrighty. So that is how we do the pie charts. The last thing I need to do is I'm just going to grab my pie charts, and I want to, I'm going to undo that. I mean to grab the actual graph. I want to grab the whole chart. I'm going to grab my pie charts, and I want to get them into my document where they're easily seen. So I'm going to put them right here so I can compare them side to side. I'm going to move my cost chart right here, and then I'm going to shrink mine down a little too, so you can grab here and shrink down. That way they fit fine. I'm going to grab here and shrink down. Put them right there so I can look at the data, and then I can analyze the charts easily. Alrighty, perfect. I'm going to go ahead and save, and now I am ready to move on to the bar chart, which will be in your next video. So see you in the next video. Again, save, and then you'll just go on to the next chart. Hit bar chart and then go check out the next video.